wabarakatuh. My name is Zunaira and today my team and I will be talking about Brahim Holdings Berhad's international expansion. In this video we will be talking about Vietnam and we will determine its appeal and the international business risks that Brahim's will face if it chooses to enter the Vietnamese market. I will begin by talking about Vietnam's background and the key elements that may affect or will influence the appeal of Vietnam for Brahim's. Talking about Vietnam, Vietnam is a densely populated developing country located in Southeast Asia. It has an increasing middle class, which means that there is a growing demand for consumer food market, and hence the food and beverage market, we can say that it is growing in Vietnam. According to our research, there is a huge demand for packaged food in Vietnam. Since many of Brahim's signature products are in the form of packaged, Brahim's products will appeal to the Vietnamese market. From our research, we found out that snack foods was the fastest growing segment in the food market in Vietnam, and it grew by 21% last year according to Nielsen, which was thrice the industry average. The rise in urbanization, disposable incomes, and standard of living is expected to drive the food market to around 1 billion in Vietnam. Snacks are considered as non-essential products, and growth in the snack segment is a positive sign for the consumer market as it signifies higher spending power on discretionary items. And so the vibrant consumer food sector of Vietnam is perfect for expanding Brahim's international market. Also to be noted is that both Malaysia and Vietnam are a part of Southeast Asia and hence have a similar food palette.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm Alisha Marsha Hanania and I will discuss the cross-cultural factors that result in cross-cultural risk when Brahim Holdings Berhad are expanding and setting up their business in Vietnam. Cross-cultural can be divided into three aspects, which are cultural differences, negotiation patterns, and decision-making styles. In Vietnam, eating and drinking are very important when they do business. If the manager takes somebody to a good restaurant, it shows the value of him or her. While in Malaysia, people tend to make a business seriously. They adopt a hierarchical system in their business, where they must respect elderly workers and higher-ranking position colleagues in the company. Brahim Holdings Berhad might face a challenge as their Vietnamese workers are having difficulties in adapting Malaysian business culture in Vietnam, since the company is from Malaysia and it is used to apply that kind of business style in its own country. In every organization, negotiation is essential. As international trade grows, cross-cultural negotiations face new obstacles due to variations in values and beliefs. Culture is without a doubt one of the most influential variables in cross-cultural negotiations. Negotiations from Asian countries like Vietnam and Malaysia seek sustainable business relationships rather than contracts. Although the negotiation patterns are almost similar between Malaysia and Vietnam, the negotiation skills training is very important for Vietnamese in a business. Malaysian and Vietnamese businessmen, on the other hand, will prioritize this because of their cultural desire to maintain relationships. Negotiation is common in Vietnam and it applies in daily activity. The decision-making process differs by industry, with managers including more people in the decision-making process due to the dynamic environment and rapidly changing technologies. Malaysia employees usually follow superior or high authorities' decision-making to define outcomes in the company.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Abu Said Muhammad Tuman. I would like to discuss about the country factor that result in country risk. To answer these questions, I have divided this answer in three sections. First one is the economic risk, second was the political risk, and third is the financial risk. In the case of economic risk, now it's pandemic happened, so it can be differentiated with the normal time and the pandemic time. So right now it's pandemic, so we are talking about the pandemic situations. So in COVID pandemic happened all around the world, so in Vietnam is also have the pandemic. As we know that Brahim's as a catering company who serve food, ready-made food to an aeroplane company like Malaysian Airlines, Cathay Pacific Airlines, and so on. They have also another subsidiary business which they provide food to Malaysian Army, United Peacekeeping Nations, and many more. So if Brahims want to open up a new company in Vietnam, especially for the catering in airplanes, they can't do it because the airplane company is shut off or switched off nowadays. That's because of the pandemic. So it's quite risky for the Brahims to open up a catering service in Vietnam. However, if they open up another subsidiary business that they provide food for the Malaysian Army, so they can open up another business in Vietnam to just open up their business in Vietnam, like they provide food to Vietnamese Army. And the political risk, as we know that the Vietnam is the communist states, which is called one party states, so all the government decision has been taken from the centrally. So they also friendly for the foreign investment. However, the pandemic situation, it's quite risky now. So the foreigner keep money for the freezing, so there is a few chance to get foreign investment in Vietnam. So another one, the corruptions. Vietnam is open the anti-corruption unit is 2018. So after that, their corruption perception index is goes increase from 98 to 117 among the 180 countries. So that is quite rapidly increased, and it's quite positive sign to invest in the Vietnam. And the third one, the financial risk. The Minister of Finance, Insurance Servicery Authority Department have opened a regulatory unit to provide the insurance for the investors. So they also open up for the local investors, like so that local investor can open up their venture in the Vietnam. But however, if Brahims invest now in Vietnam, they won't get any financial insurance, so that's quite risk. But however, if they want to provide army if they open up their business as it is, so they can just provide food for the Vietnamese armies. And if IMF recommend that the country continue to build financial buffer and the era of the modern macro prudential framework to continue financial stability risk. So non-performing loan in the bank sector remain an issue and are likely to intensify with the current crisis. Thanks, that all from me. Assalamu alaikum.
It's my turn to present about the question 4, which is the Vietnam's currency and financial issues that leads to the currency and financial risk if Brahim they consider to enter this market. So firstly, we will have to brief about the economic background and the information of this country. Since 1986, Vietnam they have moved towards a global integrated, socialist-oriented market economy. So over the past 20 years, Vietnam's average GDP growth rate, they have reached about 6.48%. We can see that this country of over 93 million consumers is a rising star among the Asian economies. According to the World Bank's research, strong export growth, rising domestic consumptions, and increasing investment drove up the GDP growth of Vietnam, and then lead this country to transform from one of the poorest countries in the world into a lower middle income country. So now we will talk about the currency and the financial risk if Brahim is considered entering the Vietnam's market. During the first quarter of 2020, under the effects of the global pandemic disease, the exchange rate and the gold price in Vietnam soared. The epidemic caused by the COVID-19 has further worsened the business confidence and increasing the challenges and difficulties that the economy may have to face. Not only affects the tourism and aviation, but also manufacturing industry. There are more and more restrictions on the international trade also, followed by the bad effects on the retail and the international capital inflows. Besides, the sharp decline in the stock market has made it difficult for business to raise capital, which leads to the fact that it will be very challenging to find a financial source for operating. Hence, the enterprise may have to apply for the bank loans. Eventually, it will pushing up the interest rate of the bank, and then making the business burden more and more debt. In fact, a number of the private economic groups in Vietnam, which are leading corporations that have large debts, have sold their projects and sought new loans from outsiders already. This challenge and risk in Vietnam's economic environment will affect the evaluation from foreign financial institutions to invest. To conclude with this question, if Brahim consider entering the Vietnam's market, they will have to successfully raise the capital under the hard situation where Brahim has unprecedented 5 years of profitability since 2015. Therefore, from the financial perspective, we're not suggesting Brahim entering Vietnam's market.
So I will proceed to next question, the commercial issue that will lead to commercial risk. So the commercial risk refers to the firm potential loss or failure from purely developed or executed business strategy, tactics or procedures. The first point is weak partner. The economic environment is complex and challenging today. It has been for some time. It will not be easy to find an opportunity to make progress if you don't have a strong partner. How the trading partner becomes weak in reality market, our trading partner cannot deliver or pay the product services as agreed and does not want to act according to the agreement. For example, Ibrahim wants to start a business with a trading partner in Vietnam. The trading partner will have the possibility to breach the business agreement, like they fail to deliver the right product as agreed. So before entering the international market, Ibrahim has to find a reliable trading partner to avoid any losses during the business. The second point is timing to entry. Timing to entry in international business is important because timing the market entry is a key first step of any international business strategy. Timing to entry can provide an advantage over the competitor and give Ibrahim a good planning information on how long it takes for their product or service to reach the market demand. However, entry into international markets is never an easy task. Many companies need to measure various factors such as product development time, market size, and marketing efforts to put in place a schedule for entering markets. So the Ibrahim needs to get much information on how timing can help their company enter the market in Vietnam faster and more effectively. Then they need to use the different strategy that will get the right timing into the global markets. Last point is competitive intensity. Competitive intensity in international business is important because it stimulates the competitive drive. So the Ibrahim needs to consider 4 forces that might arise in competitive intensity. The first one is the number of new companies that may enter the competition. Number 2 is the number of suppliers involved. Number 3 is the number of buyers or customers involved. Number 4 is the potential for a product substitution. As a result, it forces Ibrahim to identify new products or services to not lose out on a contract or opportunity coming up from competitors. In conclusion, Ibrahim needs a proper strategy execution to avoid such failure that exists in domestic business. The consequences are usually more costly when they are committed abroad.